Hello, welcome to U.S. History A Unit 3. This unit has, once again, a lot of really fun stuff. And I love the unit about the West because it's such a crucial part of what was going on in America at that time. So, you'll start off with learning about Jacksonian democracy um, and learning about Andrew Jackson, and he's kind of an interesting individual, as you will find out. So he's a fun one. He's a fun one to learn about. And then in lesson 12, you'll learn about Texas and the West, and about how Texas left Mexico and all of that went on, and then how fur trapping really helped to open up the West, and that's some super exciting stuff. And then we have the Mexican American War. Okay. And this is from the discussion that you're going to do about the Mexican American War right here. I love this picture and I love analyzing this picture. And this is called Manifest Destiny. Well, it's called American Progress, but it talks about manifest destiny and about um, how we really decided that it was our goal to be in charge of North America, and we as a nation were going to take over North America. Okay, so here you see us going west. You see the angel going west, and what I want you to do is I want you to analyze this picture and tell me three things that you see and how what they depict about manifest destiny. Okay, so that's some pretty cool stuff. All right, lesson 14 and 15 talk about the beginning of the Civil War. And so that is going to get you into project 4, your project for unit 4. This project is not due until the end of unit 4, but I want to get you aware of what's going on right here. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to make a presentation, probably just a Google Slides presentation. That's usually the easiest way to do it, but if you have another means to do it, go ahead and use that. I've seen Prezi used before, and that's pretty cool. Just whatever you want to use. So what you want to do is have three things that caused the Civil War to happen. And this you're going to get from Unit 2. You can do John Brown's Raid, you can do Harriet Beecher Stowe, Dred Scott's Supreme Court case, Fugitive Slave Act. I assume that you can read, so I will let you go through these and decide what you want to do. And if you have any questions, please let me know, okay? Because I'm geeky about research and I would love to point you in the right direction. Battles of the Civil War, I want you to choose three. First Battle of Bull Run, Shiloh. Oh, I should probably put. Anyway, I'll add some more battles, but anyway, go through that and just decide on three battles that you want to talk about. Super interesting stuff right there. And then I want you to include something about Abraham Lincoln. And then I want you to choose two other leaders to talk about as well. And then there are some other leaders, and you can choose someone if you want to and just talk to me about that. And I also want you to talk about three soldiers of the Civil War and their stories. And I've given you some resources down here. There are so many resources, guys. And if you have any problems, please ask me because I know of a lot of resources. I actually took a trip and the we talked about the Civil War in this trip, and it was crazy. The things that we learned were really crazy, and I was able to see this Lillenquist family collection come to life in the Library of Congress, and super interesting, very cool stuff. So please ask me if you need any help. here is your grading rubric. If you have any questions on that, please let me know. And I'm so excited to hear your stories. I remember one time, one of the things that we went to when we were on this trip, we actually saw um, these. There are so many things that I want to tell you about right now. um, the Lillenquist family collection goes through and has all of these pictures of Civil War soldiers, and the idea this time was that you would die the good death. You know, dying the good death was dying with your family and friends all around you. Well, people in the Civil War weren't able to die the good death because they died on the battlefield or in the hospital. That happened more than in the battlefield. And so, in a lot of situations, they weren't with their families and friends. And so when they weren't able, so then they would have pictures taken of themselves, and having pictures taken was kind of a new thing at that time, so that they could feel like they had their family close to them, and so that they felt like their family could have a memory of them and of how they lived and stuff like that. So anyway, super interesting stuff. And I remember actually seeing a letter that was written by a soldier as he was dying, to his family, and his blood is dripping on the paper as he's dying. Dear dad, and to his family, to his dad and his sisters and his, so anyway, super interesting stuff, and I hope that you find some interesting stuff as you go through this. And let me know if you need any help. Thanks so much. Bye bye.